Money doesn't have to feel like a mystery you never solve. The 50-30-20 rule is a simple compass that points you towards steadier days and bigger goals. This rule uses your take-home pay after taxes and deductions, not gross income. It divides your monthly money into 3 buckets: needs, wants, and saving, or debt payoff. It's designed to be flexible, not punitive, so you can grow without feeling deprived. Many Americans juggle rising costs, student loans, and job changes, which makes random budgeting hard. A clear plan reduces panic when bills arrive and gives you a reason to say yes to future you. Start with your real take-home pay. Track for a month or two to see what actually lands in your bank account, not what you wish you earned. If your pay shifts, use an average so the plan stays steady instead of chasing every new paycheck. Define 3 buckets: needs, wants, and savings or debt. Needs are the essentials you must have to live and stay healthy. Wants are the extras that make life nicer, like hobby spending or occasional trips. Savings or debt payoff is money that protects you tomorrow and reduces interest today. The 50-30-20 split is a starting point, not a prison wall. A typical person might aim for 50% needs, 30% wants, 20% savings, but life often requires tweaks. If your rent is high or you carry student loans, shift the numbers carefully and keep at least the 20% toward your future. Automation helps you commit without daily arguments with yourself. Set up automatic transfers as soon as the paycheck hits. If your employer offers a 401k match, fund enough to get the full match first. It compounds your wealth for free. Build an emergency fund before you go big on extras, aiming for 3 to 6 months of essential living costs. A fund this size reduces future stress and makes it safer to invest more over time. This is your financial safety net, and it changes how you react to surprise bills or job changes. Needs can feel tight, but they can be defined strictly: housing, utilities, groceries, healthcare, transportation, insurance, minimum debt payments. Before you label something a need, ask if you could cut it or delay it without harming your health or income. The goal is to avoid letting a vague category bleed into your savings. Wants are where most people can negotiate without wrecking their happiness. Track them, cut a few recurring charges, and plan for meaningful experiences instead of impulse buys. Create small sinking funds for irregular costs like car maintenance or gifts so you aren't surprised by big bills. Savings and investments live in the 20% bucket. Within that, prioritize retirement accounts, starting with the employer match, then a Roth IRA if you qualify. Include an emergency fund rebuild if needed, and then choose taxable investments to grow wealth over time. This is where your money starts to do more than just sit in a checking account. If you have a job with a good match, treat it as a must-have part of your plan. If your income is irregular, base your budget on averages and use a cash reserve to smooth the gaps. Irregular pay shouldn't derail your long-term goals. It just means you need a little more planning. Sinking funds aren't glamorous, but they prevent you from breaking your budget when big payments come due. By forecasting these costs, you can allocate small amounts now and avoid debt later. Little, regular contributions compound into big confidence when the bill hits. Let's walk through a realistic setup. Imagine after-tax income is $4,000 a month and you want to follow 50-30-20. That means about $2,000 should go to needs, $1,200 to wants, and $800 to savings and investments. This is a clean starting point you can adjust, not a verdict etched in stone. Needs could include rent of about $2,000, utilities $200, groceries $320, insurance $180, transportation $100, and minimum debt payments totaling $100. Wants could cover dining out $250, streaming services $60, clothing $120, and a small vacation fund $290. Savings and investments would be $800, which you could split as $400 retirement contributions, ideally matching what your employer offers, $150 emergency fund top-up, and $250 extra debt payments or taxable investments. Now imagine you have heavy student loans and a modest rent, so the 50-30-20 could be rebalanced to 55-25-20. If debt is high, you might push more into savings or debt payoff in the 20% by 5 or 10 percentage points. The key is to keep the overall target in sight while you move money where it makes the most sense for your situation. Taxes and retirement are messy but predictable if you plan ahead. Use the 401k match and Roth IRAs to reduce taxes and grow compounding time. If you can, increase your contributions during big pay rises and rebalance as life changes. The point is to let opportunity, not fear, guide your moves. To make it stick, check in weekly on your spending and monthly on your savings progress. Track your net worth every quarter and celebrate small wins as accounts grow. The habit is what turns a rule into a lifestyle that sticks. A common trap is treating savings as the leftovers instead of the first bite. Avoid lifestyle creep by anchoring your core needs and reminding yourself why you started. Remember, money is a tool, not a punishment, and your future self will thank you for the small, steady choices you make today. Bottom line, the 50-30-20 rule is a flexible framework that fits life in America today. With tweaks for debt, housing costs, and taxes, it's something you can actually use. If you found this helpful, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below with your budget goals.